Hello. This is video number 11. It's going to be, I think, really short. This is chapter 3, section 5, and the entire focus is x and y intercepts on a graph. So just a few quick things. We've already talked about a lot of this. I just want to make sure that we've covered all of our bases. So I'm going to grab a coordinate plane here. And we've already said that an intercept is where the graph crosses the axis, right? So an x-intercept is on the x-axis. And let's take a quick look at that. If I have any point, here's a point on the x-axis and its ordered pair is -6, 0. Here's another point on the x-axis, -2, 0. The origin is a point on the x-axis. This point is 3, 0. This point out here is 7, 0. Well, if you take a look at all of those ordered pairs that I wrote, what do you notice that they all have in common? Well, you should notice that the y part of every single one of those is 0 because you don't go up or down any on the y-axis. So when you write an x-intercept, make sure you write this as an ordered pair. Where y is 0. So you're always going to have some value, comma, 0. Okay? And let me just take you out to varsity real quick. There are some questions in here. I like question 2, I think, where it's going to give you a graph. It'll give you some intercepts. Now look down here. It tells you only have to put the x part in. The y part already says that it's 0. Okay? For the y-intercept, the x part's 0. You have to fill in the y part. Now let's go to question 3. Here's an equation, and they're asking you to find the intercepts. Well, to find an x-intercept, you know y is going to be 0. So they're telling you that. So you can just plug that right in here and then solve. So if I let y be 0 here we'll go. If I take 6x plus 4y equals 24, and I use this point, and I let y be 0, then I have 6x plus 4 times 0. Well, that's going to go away, right? So that's gone. So now I have 6x equals 24, divide by 6, divide by 6, and x equals 4. So the x-intercept is 4, comma 0. Likewise, for the y, you're just going to let the x part of that equation be 0, right? So if I were to take the same equation, 6x plus 4y equals 24, now I'm going to let the x be 0, which means this whole term is going to cancel out, right? 6 times 0 is 0. And I get 4y equals 24, divide by 4, and y equals 6. Okay, and that's going to go in there. So that's all you're going to do for those. They give you, varsity tells you what to put in for x or y. You just have to actually do it. Okay, so we're going to go back here. And just like we're, for the x-intercept, it's on the x-axis. A y-intercept is going to be on the y-axis, right? So a point like this, a point like this. The origin is both on the x and the y-axis. And again, if you take a look, this is 0, 6, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, -2, 0, -5. And again, you'll notice that all of those x parts are 0 when you're talking about a y-intercept. So when you have a y-intercept, oops, it is on, why didn't it erase that? Darn it. Y-intercept is on the y-axis. And you're going to write as an ordered pair where x equals 0. Always. So you're going to have an ordered pair 0 comma something. Okay? And that's really all you need to know. I mean, if you have, let's say you have a coordinate point and they tell you the x-intercept is 5 and the y-intercept, and they didn't write that as an ordered pair, but that's what they tell you. Y-intercept is -3. Well, that would mean x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's that point right there, because the x-intercept would be that ordered pair. The y-intercept would be that ordered pair. And then you would have a line that would be drawn between those 2 points. And that's how you would create or generate a line when you're given the intercepts. Okay? I think that's all you really need to know. So, toodaloo. Oops, I did that wrong.